Hi guys, welcome to my new YouTube channel. This is my first video. I just wanted to show off my ecosystem in a jar here. It's currently been closed for 5 days, completely sealed. Some small like freshwater shrimp in here. Can't remember that scientific name. A lot of plants, a ton of small snails, and a few other little kind of life forms that I can't identify. Yeah, seems to be doing pretty well. Some of the shrimps died in the first kind of day. I think it's probably just the shock of being put in a jar. It's not. They came from a small river. Yeah, I was worried they might all die. They didn't have enough oxygen or food or something. Or, whatever. They just couldn't survive in a jar. But there seems to still be. There's 5 or 6 of them still. They swim around from time to time. They spend a lot of time hiding, and they like the plants you can see over here. I'm not sure what those are, but yeah, I just wanted to show it off. I'll edit some other clips into the video so you can see more close up what we got going on here. Got another one I started at the same time, so it's also 5 days old, but I've opened it a few times to smooth things about. It's not really quite as good. There's not as much life in this one. We've got the same kind of plants. As you can see, this one has loads of soil and stuff in the bottom from the bottom of the river. I think a lot of it's almost sand. This one's bigger, kind of gravel. Basically, I got that from the garden. That's not from the river. Just see which one would be better. I'm obviously thinking this one. But yeah, I just thought I'd make this video today because today I bought this big jar. A little bigger. I think it holds at least twice the amount of water that this one does. It doesn't look that much bigger in the video right now, but it definitely holds a lot more. Yeah, so I'm gonna make a new one. So I'll make another video all about that. So tune in for that. Thanks for watching. Oh, I almost had it. You can see them moving in there. I don't know how. I'm just looking at a tiny camera screen. Maybe you can see it a lot better. Yeah, there's 2, the male and the female, I assume. And the males are kind of known to carry the females around. I don't know if that's when they're mating or what. I read about it on the internet. It wasn't really that clear. But yeah, hiding in the whatever that is. I think some kind of algae pulled out of the river. It's growing quite fast, actually. You can see here all these roots coming out of these plants. I don't know. I have to find out what these are called. I haven't really tried to look it up. But yeah, those roots are all new. When I planted it, like I said, 5 days ago. It had a few quite big, thick roots, and I think I'd buried them, obviously, trying to get it to root into the ground. But yeah, since then it's been growing roots. All the way up to here, it's shooting out roots, which is interesting. We'll see how that works out for it. It's a long way to the bottom. A few more dead shrimp, and there, I think next to that dead one is just a skin where one has shed its skin. That's quite interesting. I read that the females, when they have eggs, the eggs hatch inside of them after 21 days, but they're not released from the body until they shed their skin. So that's weird and interesting. What do we have here? Some kind of a worm hanging up with this thing. There's so much life in here, just the more you look, the more you see. actually, yeah, it's snail. There's a lot of those snails. A lot of them. They keep the glass nice and clear, I guess. Well, they have so far anyway. We'll see what happens in the future. Oh, and that was a small shrimp. There you go. Back there, that's probably not in focus, but I'm sure you can see him moving. I think it's possible. I saw a lot this morning. There were a lot of, in fact, even that one. Now I look at it in the jar as opposed to on camera is really quite small. Yeah, I think they might be new. I think one of the bigger shrimp may have had some babies. I'm not, I can't be certain of that at this point. I might have just picked that up when I filled the jar. Now, as you can see here, behind this, it's just a seashell I've had kind of knocking around in my room for a long time. It looks like moss to me. Behind there, I would imagine that's it producing oxygen. I guess it could be some kind of other gases. I'm not really, not really a scientist. I don't know, but yeah, I'm pretty sure those are oxygen bubbles. So that's good. Obviously all the living things in there need oxygen, so the water needs to be at least a little bit oxygenized. Being in a jar, oxygen has to be produced in there. There's no way for it to get in there from the outside air. What is that? Oh, it's a snail. Yeah, and you can see in there the big kind of green patch of, again, I have no idea what kind of moss or feels more like a fungus actually when you actually handle it, but that's all grown on, it's quite a big rock that I pulled out of the river. You can see a snail on there. The smaller shrimp kind of really like to hide out under those leaves and stuff. Can't see any in there right now. But yeah, it seems to be a really good hiding place for them. I also have, in both jars actually, one of these kind of floating rocks. I don't know, where they came from. I kind of dug everything out from the bottom of the river, so I mean, they must have been trapped under something. Otherwise, I would assume they'd be flying downriver. Move up to the second jar now. You can see, where's the other one? There we go. A little smaller. Oh, and you can see there's a little shrimp on it. Yeah, this glass isn't as clear. It's just a mayonnaise jar. So, yeah. Anyway, it's the other jar. Everything seems to be doing kind of okay in this one. Like I said, there's not really as much life to see. There's, I think, maybe three of those shrimp. It's mainly just the plants. I think there's a couple of snails in here, but I can't see any. you can definitely tell, like, even though I said the glass isn't as clear, I think a lot of that is that there's, I don't know if you've ever seen, there is a bit of kind of algae build-up on the glass. So I mean that's good evidence that obviously the snails on this one are keeping the glass quite clean, because you don't really have that. But on this one where there's less snails, the algae is just building up. Yeah, you can see it quite well on the edge of the, there you go, have you look at that. So maybe, I mean, this one hasn't really been sealed for that, it's only been sealed for maybe 3 days now, so I don't really have any issue with opening it up, and if I can get some more snails, throw them in there, see if they can help with that. But yeah, be interesting to do this big one.